Hi everyone, this is Rajshekhar. In this video, we'll be seeing how to develop a Java application at command prompt. In the last video, we have seen the Java environment setup. That is, once we download and install Java, in order to develop a Java application, we need to set up the environment so that we can make use of Java and JavaScript commands in order to compile and run the Java programs. Since Java and JavaScript commands are available in Java home/bin folder, we need to set the path to Java home/bin folder at our command prompt. When we do path setting at command prompt, it is temporary. In order to go for permanent solution, permanent path setting, we do it in environment setup, which we have done in the previous video. In this video, we will see how to develop a Java application at command prompt and how to compile and how to run the Java program. For that, the first step, open the command prompt. How to open command prompt? You can click on start and you can say in run cmd. Press enter key, which will open the command prompt for us. Then, in order to work in C drive, say cd//. Now it will show the directory as C:, and we can develop Java programs in any directory, either C drive or D drive or E drive, whatever it may be, or in any folder. Then, in our case, I'm going to create a folder for us. So, how to create a folder or directory at your command prompt? We make use of the command called as md and the name of the directory, that is Java programs. Here I'm giving. The name of the folder can be anything. You can even say xxx or yyyy, any name. md means make directory. Press enter key. Then, in order to open your folder, in order to enter into your folder, we use a command cd Java programs. cd means change directory and press enter key, and now we are working in the folder Java programs. Then, whenever you want to write a Java program or whenever you want to create a Java source code, we make use of a command here, Notepad. We can use any editor like Notepad or Edit Place, or even we can go with Eclipse. In the next videos, we'll see how to develop Java applications in different IDEs like NetBeans or Eclipse or IntelliJ. I'll show all the ways of developing Java applications. So in this video, I'm going to show how to develop a Java application at command prompt using Notepad editor. Say Notepad and type the name of the file, welcome.java. This welcome.java is called as Java source code, and the extension given to every Java file is .java. So the extension of Java source code is .java. Press enter key, which will open in Notepad for us. Press here S. Since this file is not available, it will ask you to say S to create the new file. Then start writing the program. So in order to start writing the program, we can go with comments, and comments are not compulsory. We can say like this: to display welcome message onto the screen. So this first line is called as comments, and comments are used for documenting the program, and these comments are ignored by compiler. And we'll discuss much more about comments and what are the different types of comments available when we discuss about the explanation of first Java program. So in the next video, you'll be finding the explanation of first Java program. Then, in the platform independent concept of Java feature, we discussed about a Java program is a collection of classes. So whenever you want to write a Java program, create a class. So how to create a class in Java? We use a keyword called as class and the name of the class. So I'm giving it as welcome over here. Then the scope of the class is given by using curly braces. Then even one more point we discussed in platform independent, that is, in order to run a Java program, at least one class should contain main method. And in the case of Java, the main method should be like public static void main, and for this main we have to pass an argument string array args. So the main method in Java should be what? Public static void, and the main method should take string array as an argument. In the next video, I'll be elaborating about every keyword, every word of this program. What is this class? What is this public? What is this static? What is this main? And what is the use of string array args? That is, in the next video, we'll be seeing the explanation of first Java program. In that, I'll explain every word of this program. In this video, we'll just see how to type a Java program, how to compile, and how to run it. Then, the next step, whenever you want to display any messages onto the screen, we make use of a predefined class called as system, which contains a member called as out, and out contains a method called as println. In this method println, the message what you want to give, you can display that. The message should go in double quotes. And in Java, every statement should end with semicolon, and Java is case sensitive programming language. Means there is a difference between uppercase and lowercase letters. That's it. Now, once we type the program, save the file, click on file, say save. Then, once we develop the source code, the next step is we need to compile the Java program. In order to compile the Java program, you can go back to our command prompt and use the command javac, and the name of the source code is welcome.java. Javac welcome.java. Press enter key. If there are no errors in your program, it is going to display the prompt back to us. Now, use the command dir. The meaning of dir is directory listing, which is used to display the list of files available in the folder. So press enter key. Now we can find a file called as welcome.class, and this .class file we call it as bytecode. So once we compile a Java program, depends on the number of classes present in your program, that many .class files will be generated. And this .class file we call it as bytecode, and this bytecode is platform independent. This bytecode is what? Platform independent. Then once we generate the bytecode by using javac command, the next step is we need to run the program. In order to run the program, we use the command java and the name of the source code file, that is welcome. The name of the source code file is welcome. So when you say java welcome, press enter key, which will display the message welcome to Java. So the command to compile a Java program is javac, and the command to run a Java program is Java, and we have to pass only the name of the .class file. Now let us understand more of this programming. Go back to our program, and in this program, let me create some more classes. Like I'm saying class A, I'm creating one more class, class B. Now save this file, then come back to the command prompt. Now again compile the program, javac, and if you say the name of the source code welcome.java, in our program welcome.java, we are having totally 3 classes. Then if you see dir now, you can find 3 classes, 3 .class files. They are a.class, b.class, and welcome.class. That means depends on the number of classes present in your source code, that many .class files will be generated. Then now in order to run the Java program, we run only .class files which contain main method. Now for example, if I try to run Java A, if you try to run Java A, which is a .class file, it will give the message for us, error, main method not found in class A. Please define the main method as public static void main, string array args. That means we can run a .class file which contains main method. Which contains what? Main method. And the main method should be like what? Public static void main and string array args only. Then only your runtime environment will go to your class, goes to the main method, and starts running the program from main method. Even if I do with same thing with Java B also same thing, because Java B also does not contain main method. That means we can run only a .class file which contains main method. So in our example, we are having a .class file called as welcome, which contains main method, which will display the message welcome to Java. Then one more point in this program. Now in this one, I'll make this class as well. The name of the class is what? Well, which contains the main method. Now let me delete here welcome.class. Now we are not having welcome.class file. Now let me run the program. That is, first step, we have to compile the program. The name of the source code still welcome.java. When we compile, now if you see the list of files available in the directory, so now it will generate. So we did not save the file. So that's the main mistake we do. We have to save the file before we go for compilation. So let us delete the file again, welcome.class. Now if you see directory, we are not having any welcome.class. Let us compile the program again, javac welcome.java. Now if you see, dir. Now we can find see a dot class, b dot class, and well dot class. That means the name of the name of the dot class files will be the number of classes what you create. For that only it will generate the dot class files. Now if you try to run the program using the command java welcome, now it will go with an error that is could not find or load main class welcome because there is no dot class file for welcome. That means the final point from this video is we can run a Java program which contains main method and we can run only dot class files. Now in order to run this program we can say java well. Now it will get the message welcome to Java. So from this we can conclude that whenever you want to create a Java program, the name of the file can be anything, but we can run only the files, that is dot class files, which contain main method. So that's about in this video. In the next video, we'll be discussing about the explanation of first Java program. Why we are including main method inside the class, why main method is public, why it is static, why it is void, and what is the need of this string array args, and what's the meaning of this every word system out and println. So in the next video, we'll discuss the explanation of our first Java program. Thank you very much. Please subscribe to our videos so that you get the latest videos. Thank you all.